Hiya and welcome to our MSC food review. Just as a bit of a caveat, we have gone on MSC Virtuosa twice now, so there will be footage from both trips. If you see any footage with COVID restriction type things on it, like face masks or labels to not sit on chairs, they are no longer in place. Also note the first time we went on it, we did go with Visit With Us. I've put a link to their channel in the description, but some of the footage is courtesy of them because it was a joint trip. Just to note as well, for the specialty restaurants, MSC do dining packages. MSC do dining packages, so the more you eat at a specialty restaurant, the cheaper it is. This does vary depending on where you are, what ship, and what restaurants they have available. So for your specific cruise, you'll have to just check that out on your booking page. I'd definitely recommend this if you're going to do specialty dining. So to start with Butch's Cut, it is the steak restaurant on board, so obviously very popular. Do book on as soon as you can into the restaurant. I would definitely recommend the dining experience here. It can be fairly expensive if you're buying dish to dish, but the dining experience I'd say is pretty good value. It's roughly $40. And here's the menu if you want to pause and take a look. Also to note, there's some seating in the atrium. Definitely avoid that. In terms of the food, you get complimentary bread, and the bread is to die for. You've got all different sorts of bread. There's a cheesy one, which is unbelievable, and then some different butters. You could just fill up on this without even eating any of the rest of the dishes, so be careful with this one. So here's a little montage of the food from Butch's Cut. Next is the Vietnamese and French cuisine restaurant Inine. It's definitely worth it if you've got the dining package. I probably wouldn't pay to go separately to it, but it's good value as part of the packages. And here's the menu if you want to pause and take a look. And here's a montage of all of the food that we ate. Next up is Kaito Teppanyaki. This is the sushi seafood restaurant on board. Again, the seating is often on the terrace outside, so it can be very loud and noisy. Dave and I aren't huge fans of sushi, so we don't really want to say too much on this one because we're probably not good people to judge it. As you can see, it's pretty much as good as you can get with sushi. The next one is our favourite specialty restaurant, Hola Tacos and Cantina. This one is a must do. I cannot stress this enough. It doesn't have to be part of the dining package. It's great value. It's roughly £17. I don't know if the prices have changed since we've been on board. For all you can eat, that's the main thing. It is all you can eat. You've got one menu. You can pick as much as you want off of it. So you can try literally everything on the menu. Just to mention as well, if you don't get the drinks package, the bar across from it, L'Atelier Bar and Art, they were doing a 2-for-1 happy hour. At this point, everybody's off at dinner. So it's really quiet in these venues. And you can get 2-for-1 cocktails. I would just be smashing down the tequila sunrises. David was having beer. It made for such a good time. That's what we did every single day. And then our night for Hola Tacos and Cantina, we probably went a bit too hard with the drinks that night, but it was such good fun going into that restaurant and ordering whatever we wanted. Here is the menu if you want to pause and have a look at what you could order. I have to say also there's an amazing variety of salsas. David tried the hottest one that you can get, and it was quite funny to watch, really. I did not try. And here's a montage of everything that we tried in Hola Tacos and Cantina. finding this all very helpful, please subscribe to our channel for more cruise content. Just to quickly note as well, there's a couple of cafes around. The Jean-Philippe cafe is the chocolate cafe. Like, when I heard there was a chocolate cafe on board, I was like, I am going to be there 24/7. They do delicious hot chocolates. Unfortunately, I forgot to take any footage of the hot chocolates. I did have some. There's a white chocolate one. They've got all different types of chocolates in the hot chocolate and different flavors. It's a lovely venue. You can sit by the portholes and look out, and we played some cards there usually whilst we sipped our hot chocolates. They're only about $5. Obviously, you can go and buy the chocolate as well. It's fairly expensive because it is specialty chocolate. You can also, for fairly cheap, go and make your own bar. You can write whatever you want on it, and that makes for a great gift for anybody back home. Opposite the Jean-Philippe cafe is the Crepes gelato place. We actually didn't try this. There was so much food on board, we just never got round to trying this on either of our trips, but the ice cream looked delicious, as you can see. If you try it, let me know how it is in the comments. When it comes to the main dining room, as you can tell, we tried a lot of specialty restaurants. We actually didn't go to the main dining room that much, but the few times we did, we didn't have the best experience, to be honest. It definitely wasn't anywhere near that of the specialty restaurants. I actually didn't get much footage of the food. When I don't enjoy an experience so much, I guess I'm less excited and I just forget to film it. We found the main restaurant was very busy and the tables were very close together. We weren't forced to sit with anybody like you can be on other ships or shared tables, but the tables were so close, we might as well have been on a shared table. The food felt really basic, and that's what's going to happen when you're on a big ship because they are mass producing. But when we went on, I was predominantly vegetarian, so I was choosing those dishes most of the time, and one particular time I chose a vegetable enchilada, and when it came out I realised that it was actually in the buffet for lunch that day, and it just felt like it had been reheated and it was really gross. On top of that, halfway through our dinner they started playing this really loud music, and we were just trying to have a nice romantic quiet dinner between us two, and there was this music blaring and I don't know, it was a really weird experience, to be honest. Not quite how I'd go around running a main dining room, but hey, more incentive to go to specialty restaurants, I guess. I do have to say, I think this was the worst dining room experience we have ever had across all of our ships and lines that we've tried. And if we went on again, we'd pretty much exclusively be eating in specialty restaurants. On to the buffet. Again, with the buffet, I didn't get that much footage, unfortunately. I could say a lot of the same comments about the buffet as I did with the main dining room, to be honest. Very mass-produced. A lot of the desserts, they were very much filled with cream instead of buttercream. The sponges felt very... I'm not going to brand this one the worst buffet. I would actually put that down to P&O, unfortunately, which we recently tried. You can watch our very grumpy videos on that on our channel. But MSC does have a slight edge here in that there was a lot of variety of food in the buffet. And it wasn't the worst in the world. It just also wasn't the best buffet food we've had. The bonus is there was plenty of seating in the buffet. It was a very large buffet. I will grant them this. MSC has the best pizza at sea. First time I went on board, we were actually filming for the one show, and they loved that I said that, and they got me to film it many times, and I said it so awkwardly that it never got aired. But MSC have the best pizza at sea. Here we are, I'm airing it now. As a summary, the complimentary food is okay, the fare is cheap, so it's pretty good in that aspect. However, the specialty dining restaurants are definitely worth the money, and definitely Hola Tacos and Cantina. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more cruise content.